Hello guys and gals, me Mutahar, and unlike an IGN journalist, I made it past round 1 of Call of Duty Black Ops 6 Zombies today. Now, I normally don't do this out of nowhere, but when I feel like I'm doing something really awesome in a video game, I just want to show it to you guys in a video. So this footage right over here is like round 34 of Zombies. Now, this is my first game that I ever played, and if you're actually watching this footage, I'm actually destroying zombies right now. So, I'm currently in New Zealand right now. I know that my setup looks the same, but I'm in New Zealand. I was able to play some Black Ops 6 early, thankfully to Game Pass. Didn't spend a dime on this game. But I want to kind of talk about this game a little bit too, so it's not going to be a review because I haven't actually really like played every single aspect of the game. I've just been kind of playing zombies. Now, I'm a zombies fan. Like, I've been playing Call of Duty Zombies since the days of World at War. In fact, if you added up my time in playing Call of Duty, I would actually be playing more zombies than I've ever played the campaign or the multiplayer. So I kind of want to just write things off here, you know, as I've touched upon them. So I played a little bit of the multiplayer, and I'm going to tell you right now, the kids are actually on crack for this game. I swear there must be an Adderall epidemic somewhere in the fucking world, because the kids who are playing this game have already just mastered the movement. I mean, you are talking about like actual crack cocaine addicts that are shooting your brains out from across the map. So, I don't know, maybe I'm getting a little older. Maybe I'm not that good at the multiplayer as I once thought I was. Or maybe I'm just getting worse, okay? I don't really care. The multiplayer is what it is. I think if you're somebody that just plays Call of Duty because, like, it's frenetically fast-paced these days, it's pretty much the game for you. There's really not much I can say on top of it. I do, however, feel some of the guns that I've been using, like the XM8, the beginner assault rifle, I think it might fire like BB rounds or something, because I swear I've mag dumped people and nobody has ever like actually went down because of it. But anyways, that's my blatant review of the multiplayer side. I'm not exactly the best online gamer, okay? Now, when it comes to the campaign for the game, it is about as Black Ops as one can expect. It takes place between like, I think it's Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, and then obviously like Black Ops 2. So there's a couple references to like the actual like original like series. Like there's actually a couple references to even Black Ops 2. Like they mention Raul Menendez. There's a few callbacks, but it's one of those campaigns where I've basically played up to like the first open world segment of the game. Now, from what I've seen, the first mission's kind of like your gallery shooter. There's one like really interesting mission where you're like attending this like Governor Clinton rally or like this like event, and it's like this total spy mission, and they're like a lot longer than one would expect. Like the actual single player missions in Black Ops 6 are like 2 times the length of like any previous game's mission, which is pretty cool. It's something I enjoy. I mean, I like to have more single player content. I don't want to like burn through the campaign in like 3 hours like I did Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. It's actually insane. I played that in one sitting, in bed, when I had my appendix removed, okay? Like, I'm sitting there recovering, and I'm like, whoa, this campaign's 3 hours? Oh, shit! Kane and Lynch 2 has some fucking runs. So, anyways, the campaign, I got to this first, like, open world section in Iraq, where, like, basically, they, you do this little shootout. They open up the world, so you get this TAC map, and they give you like 1 billion points on the screen, and you're supposed to effectively like go between each area and do like little mini missions. So that's what I've done. And so far, it's interesting. The story is cool. It's kind of one of those stories where I think they're just going to be subverting everything down the road. Whatever you've seen in like the promotional material, it builds upon that. So I'm excited. I'm still kind of wondering if they're going to end the fucking game at 9/11, even though I think it's highly unlikely. It's one of the things that I was really mostly excited for, because campaigns in like a Call of Duty game are just like the best time for me. You know, there's popcorn shooters. It's like watching an action movie, okay? It's putting action movie slop up and just enjoying it. And that's where I enjoy Call of Duty stuff for the most part, like the campaign. But to go back to the beginning point of this is the zombies. Now, this footage starts off in the middle of this round, not because I wasn't recording previous footage or something got corrupted. I literally wanted to play this for like maybe 30 minutes because I'm not the best zombies player out there. Like, I think like as zombies evolved more and more and more, like they're just more iterations, it became a little bit more confusing. Like, I'll be completely real with you. I think anything after Black Ops 2 is not a zombies that I was primarily really playing. And when zombies got to like this open world DMZ shit, I really didn't care about that. But because this is round-based zombies, I picked the first map, which is like Liberty Falls. There's actually 2 maps that come with the game. I haven't even tried the other one. I've just basically been playing the first one because it's kind of like how you get your feet wet, right? It's a smaller map. You know, it's something that you can like really understand the mechanics of the game first before you dive into like the crazy shit that comes later. So, and again, I haven't finished the campaign, so I'm kind of hoping there's like a 5 where they might have Margaret Thatcher, George H.W. Bush, Clinton, Saddam Hussein examples fighting in the fucking White House or a palace. Probably not going to happen. Probably, I shouldn't get my hopes up for it. So anyways, I was playing the zombies round, and like, you know, a stroke of luck really hit me. And I ended up getting myself the good old ray gun. Now, normally I don't do too well in any of these games, but my brother was kind of like sitting next to me and he saw me get the ray gun. And immediately he went into like coaching mode and he guided me through like pack-a-punching, armoring up, everything. And towards the tail end of this entire like run, I ended up just getting so strong that I made it to kind of like a record best solo effectively. So I started with like 4 players. And one of the problems is you might not even be able to see it in this footage. There was this one player that literally would not buy anything to assist the team, okay? I was literally like opening up doors, doing what I had to. And I was kind of behind the rest of them until I eventually ended up getting the ray gun and I pack-a-punched it like 3 times. The entire like fucking zombies that you started to witness just kept raiding me like no tomorrow. So anyways, I ran around, picked up a few of these perks, and like literally it became a serious catastrophe to witness. Like, it got to a point where, like, every, like, round, my teammates started going down, and it's not like they didn't have any weapons. Usually when you get to, like, round 25 of zombies, if you die, okay, if you're gone, you can't come back, okay? Because it just costs so much to get to where you're originally at, and you literally start with nothing. So anyways, my teammates started going down. I started basically picking them up as much as I could. In this one instance, I felt really bad because my only surviving teammate that didn't leave the game literally ran away from me, literally was on top of this roof, couldn't figure it out, literally could not save him between the final end. But yeah, as I was playing this, there was literally a barrage of like zombies that just turned into boss zombies at one point. Like, it got to a point later on where I literally did not have like regular zombies on the screen. Now, towards the tail end of this, I actually ended up picking up another wonder weapon, and I think this was like a thunder gun, but it was like way better. Because effectively, you can just like area of effect, like nuke it and like kill everything around you. So for a while, I actually did pretty well. And then my brother taught me this crazy trick in zombies. If you figure out how to fire a Hellstorm missile from the fucking skies above, God, okay, Allah comes down and makes you invincible, okay? So you can spend some sweet time nuking people. And actually, that's how I started this video off. I literally had to use this bug in order to set up OBS just so I could actually start recording my run. And it was actually something that I was so proud of that I could actually show you guys that, you know, I got some gamer skill, okay? I was able to hold off a little bit. I had some fun times. And of course, obviously, like all zombie runs, you can either exfiltrate or you can die like a man. And obviously, I wanted to exfiltrate. I felt like a little bit of a pussy towards the end. But God was not kind to me at that point. God said, Muda, you will die here today. And there was no exfiltration offered. So I tried to hold off the best that I could, but really towards the tail end of this war, there were just so many zombies on the screen that I eventually became overwhelmed. I was literally the last player standing. The game did not provide me any bot support whatsoever. It was just like, buddy, you're doing just fine on your own. And I kind of held off the best that I could, but obviously, like all zombie runs, it does come to an end. And one of the things that really just kind of strikes me is that instead of overcomplicating the experience, this is literally all that I wanted from this entire experience too. Like, as far as Black Ops 6 is compared, right? Like, the campaign could literally end on a shitty note. The multiplayer, I'm never going to touch, to be honest with you, because I don't play Call of Duty multiplayer. I barely play Warzone with the guys at this point. Like, we barely get into it. Like, if we have a night together, we might as well play some Rainbow Six Siege or really any other game that is more enjoyable than Call of Duty. Call of Duty multiplayer is like enjoying cock and ball torture, okay? Some people are really into that, okay? I don't like stilettos on my nutsack, all right? Trust me, I've tried. It's not fun. It's not crazy, okay? Plenty of nights in the hospital because of it. But the zombies, that's where it comes down to. And I'll be real with you, man, like, zombies for me, when you look in the history of, like, a lot of these Xbox 360 era games, whether you look at Nazi zombies, whether you look at Gears of War Horde mode, whether you look at Left 4 Dead Survival, because I think I was one of the 3 people on Xbox who was actively really playing that. When you look at Halo Firefight, the amount of overwhelming PvE odds is something that I absolutely love. And this is probably one of the best iterations of zombies that I have played so far. And I've only done like 50% of the maps. Honestly, if Treyarch literally just releases like a new zombie map every other season of the game, I literally think this could be probably one of the most played games for me of the year, okay? And the thing is, because it's on Game Pass, I'm not buying the game, okay? Honestly, I really hope that down the road, and this is like a fucking hope and a prayer, this game gets like some physical release, or maybe it gets like cracked to the point where it actually gets preserved. Because I really think they cooked with this version of zombies. It really is one of those versions where like the amount of complexity is not overwhelming to the point where you're just literally like looking up guides midway through to figure out what the hell you need to do. I think for like returning players and like new players, it's just the right amount of zombie fun for you to have fun, for you to enjoy, and like actually get down to. And I know that I've really just been talking about zombies this whole time, but considering that's my only like focus of like care at Call of Duty at this point, I feel like it's worth, you know, just giving my perspective onto it. But yeah, I wanted to make this video because honestly, I've never had a run where I've soloed this well, okay? Usually, I'm always kind of like the 3rd or 4th player. Like, I'm always kind of the support cuckold player. You know, I just watch the big boys. I'm like, hey guys, can I join the Pack-a-Punch Brigade? Because I don't really have that crazy talent when I play it. But for the first time, and again, I'm going to give the ray gun all the credit, I really did feel like I actually fucking made a thing. I went from player 4 all the way to the last remaining person standing. And I tried to help my team the best I could. All right, I gave them all the money. I opened up all the doors. And you know what? I think maybe karma became a thing. And I ended up becoming one of the strongest players in the round. And I probably made it to my personal best in a long time in a video game. And yeah, if you know, at the end of the day, that's what YouTube is about, right? Broadcast yourself. I wanted to broadcast my little high score. Game isn't out yet, but I feel like a good time. You know, honestly, it feels like having sex for the first time. I know that's a wild take out there, but I really feel good about actually getting that far in zombies. So I know the comment section's either going to be like, Muda, great work, or it's going to be like, only round 34, plebeian shit. I'm already at 110. And one day I hope to get there too. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a good time. Call of Duty Black Ops 6. Worth the Game Pass subscription, I'll say that much. Anyways, if you like what you saw, please like, comment, and subscribe. Dislike it if you dislike it. I am out.